Hello everybody, Des12520 here, back again with another video. Today we'll be doing a weapon review, as usual, and today we'll be going over the SA58 OSW, the modern FAL, or the Operational Special Weapon, as the OSW stands for. So, basically the OSW was just an FAL made for modern use in the US by the DS Arms Company, and it's just a shortened version of it with, basically it's just modernized, as close as I can put it to. It has been used in police forces in some places around the world, but other than that, it's basically just an FAL with some slight differences, mostly just modernized, like, rails and stuff like that. Time to go over how the weapon works, how it functions, and thankfully today I have all the stats because this is a base game weapon. So this is a weapon for the Enforcer class, and it is a criminal-only weapon. For some reason they don't show the purchase price. I'm guessing it's not too costly though. In the comments somebody can tell me about that, because I haven't been able to see its price. Its fire modes are automatic and semi-automatic. And it fires a rate of 650 rounds per minute. It fires the 7.62 by 51mm NATO cartridge, and has a magazine of 20 plus 1 in the chamber. And its reload times are 1.8 seconds short and 2.5 seconds while empty. So the velocity for this weapon is a colossal 840 meters per second. It is the fastest traveling weapon in the game, which is quite strange in some ways, but yeah, it is the highest velocity weapon in the game, meaning that this weapon will require the least leading for targets over range of any weapon. As for damage, it does 43 damage in close range and does 25 at long range, meaning it'll be a 3 to 4 shot kill at any range, at least a maximum of a 4 shot at any range. And for its recoil, it has a 1.0 upwards recoil, a 0.2 recoil to the left, and a 0.4 recoil to the right. And its first shot multiplier is 1.1 for the recoil. So, time to get into my opinion and what I think of this. Gun. So, to be completely honest with you guys, when I first started playing with this gun, I did not like it at all. I'll admit that to you guys right now. I did not like it, mostly just because of the fact it was just a fast firing. It was fast firing. It had a lot of recoil for me, and I just couldn't. Without attachments, I just couldn't deal with it. Now, however, due to not only me unlocking the attachments, but also getting better at the game, since when I first played with this weapon, which is at the very beginning of the game, this is slowly becoming my second favorite battle rifle, and probably one of my favorite weapons in the game. So, what caused such a dramatic change in this? Well, mainly, I decided to sort of stop using this weapon like your standard battle rifle. A lot of people tell me to just run around with, the setup I gave you guys with the H-car, which was the FLIR semi-auto setup. I actually will not recommend that with this gun, not because it's not good, but just because it is what I consider the less effective way to use this weapon, and I'll go over in a minute what I want, or what I would recommend for this weapon. But as a weapon itself, I find it to be the best close quarters battle rifle, mainly because of the fact that not only do you have I believe either the second fastest or the fastest fire rate among the battle rifles. You have the second highest damage in class, which, obviously, even though it doesn't change your shots to kill, it's still very good. You have quite consistent recoil, not as much as the H-car, but it's still the most consistent recoil. And that 1.1 first shot multiplier means you actually get you don't get as much penalty for tap firing the weapon. As for recoil control, I would recommend either tap firing or pulling down to the right slightly, down to the left when you're using this weapon. As for any other things I would like to say about this weapon, overall, just you may not like it at first, especially with iron sights. I would recommend just let the weapon sit with you for a few days, you know, give it some time, and make sure you get at least either the heavy barrel or the muzzle brake unlocked before you start actually judging this weapon, because with this weapon with barrel attachments literally makes or breaks this gun. To finish off my point though, overall this weapon is a great weapon. I would recommend buying it whenever you get the chance, because just how much of a meat grinder it is. Okay, so on to my preferred loadouts. I have two. One is more versatile than the other one is more for close range. So my close range loadout will be the either vertical grip or angled foregrip with the muzzle brake, and any red dot sight of your choice with a laser sight. Now, what you're going to see here is that the muzzle brake is just another reduction in recoil. It's just to make it so even though in close quarters you don't have to worry too much about that kind of stuff. It's less recoil to deal with, so you can just keep on target, especially if people are moving around more. Vertical foregrip or angled foregrip. Angled is just so you can tap fire. Vertical is more just so you can keep running around while it's not missing accuracy from the movement penalties. And the laser sight is just in case you get into a hip fire situation. And the version you're going to see me use here in this gameplay for the most part, and the version you're going to see the most, is my balanced variant, which is using either a heavy barrel or muzzle brake. Heavy barrel if you want to be on a slightly longer range map, and you want to run the stubby grip, the laser sight, and either the comp or the micro RDS. Those in my opinion are the best ones for like just versatile, being able to shoot at range and close up. Mainly the reason why you can make this weapon so versatile with very few attachment changes is just because not only do you have that velocity to just basically laser beam people across the map, but if you ever have issues hitting targets, just switch to semi-auto like I do here, and you can easily just tap fire people's heads off with this weapon, which is something that most other DMRs can't do, especially if they're not kitted out for it, as where this one can. So yeah, those are my two versions of this weapon. Overall, I would like to give this weapon a score out of 5 stars. I would give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. This weapon does have issues, namely the fact that its hip fire is slightly bad and its recoil could be a tiny bit better, but overall I still think this is probably the best battle rifle if you were new to the game to use, other than the H-Car. And for the two weapons that I would recommend using for the Enforcer class would be the H-Car and the SHAREfactory. So yeah, that'll be it for the weapon review. Before I end this video, I'm going to also be saying I have another video coming out today, which will be on the Curse Vector or the K10. As well as that, I may also do another stream later today. Depends on how things turn out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Now with schools closing and stuff like that, I might end up getting more schoolwork from my school, mostly because they just want to, give us something to do. So there's a good chance that I might not be posting as much, but I'll still try and keep up to date with you guys. But yeah, I'll be seeing you guys all later. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this weapon, because I know I did. I'll be seeing you guys all later.